Listen closely, my beloved child, for in this very moment, the universe pauses to witness the sacred conversation between your soul and my heart. I know you have been walking through a season of heavy shadows, where the light seemed like a fading memory, and the path beneath your feet felt uncertain, jagged, and cold. You have been carrying a weight that was never meant for your shoulders to bear alone, a burden of worry that has stolen the sparkle from your eyes and the song from your spirit. I have seen you when you thought you were unseen. I have counted every tear that hit your pillow in the dark, every silent cry for help that you were too exhausted to even put into words. I have been there in the quiet rooms where you felt the walls closing in, and I have been there in the crowded streets where you felt more alone than ever before. But I am here now to break that silence. I am here to tell you that the secret I am about to reveal about your tomorrow will change the very rhythm of your heartbeat. You have been looking at your life through the lens of scarcity and fear, measuring your worth by the numbers in your bank account or the depth of your struggles. But I am the God of the overflow, and I do not see you as a sum of your problems. I see you as my masterpiece, a reflection of my glory that is being refined through the fire. The fire did not come to consume you. It came to burn away the chains that have kept you tethered to a past that no longer serves you. Tonight, as the world falls quiet, I am already at work in the places you cannot see. I am rearranging the stars of your destiny and opening doors that have been rusted shut for decades. I am softening the hearts of those who stood against you and preparing a table in the wilderness of your circumstances. Tomorrow is not a repeat of the struggles you faced today. It is not a mirror of your yesterday. It is a divine pivot, a moment where the tide finally turns in your favor. I am stepping into your home right now, and I am bringing a miracle with me. Can you feel the shift? Can you sense the atmosphere changing? I am walking through every room of your house, touching the walls, blessing the air you breathe, and removing the spirit of heaviness that has lingered there for far too long. Every corner where anxiety has nested is being cleared by the light of my presence. I am looking into your pantry and your purse, and I am speaking the word of multiplication. I am looking into your broken relationships, and I am speaking the word of reconciliation. I am looking into your tired, aching body, and I am speaking the word of strength. You have felt like you were at the end of your rope, but that is exactly where my grace begins its most powerful work. The secret of your tomorrow is this: the provision you have been praying for is already on its way, arriving from a source you never expected. A phone call, a letter, a sudden moment of favor, or a forgotten opportunity will suddenly bloom into a harvest that will leave you breathless with gratitude. You have worried about the bread on your table and the debts that shadow your peace, but I am telling you to stop. I am your provider, and my resources are infinite. I am not just a God of the distant past or the far-off future. I am the God of your right now. I am moving mountains that you thought were permanent landmarks in your life. I am drying up the seas of sorrow that you thought you would have to swim forever. You have felt like you were failing, like you were falling behind everyone else. But in my kingdom there is no such thing as being late. You are exactly where you need to be for the miracle to find you. I am stripping away the labels the world has placed on you, the words like rejected, broken, unworthy, or poor, and I am replacing them with my own names for you: chosen, redeemed, anointed, and deeply loved. Your tomorrow is not a dark room. It is a garden that I have been watering with your very tears, and the flowers that are about to bloom will be more vibrant and fragrant than anything you could have imagined. I am restoring what the years of struggle have eaten away. I am bringing back the joy that was stolen by grief and disappointment. You will laugh again, not just a small smile, but a deep, belly-shaking laughter that comes from knowing you are safe. You will dance again, with a lightness in your step that you haven't felt since you were a child. I am asking you now to release your grip on the how and the when. Those are my responsibilities. Your only task is to trust in the who. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the one who knows the end from the beginning, and I have already walked through your tomorrow. I have cleared the obstacles, I have set the divine appointments, and I have commanded my angels to guard you in all your ways. So let the anxiety melt away like wax before a flame. Let the worry be replaced by a quiet, steady expectation of my goodness. You are about to witness a miracle that will not only change your bank account or your health, but will change your very identity. You will no longer be the one who survives. You will be the one who thrives. Stay close to my heart, my child. Listen for my whisper in the morning and my reassurance in the night. I love you with an everlasting love, a love that has no limits, no conditions, and no end. Sleep now in the sanctuary of my arms, for your tomorrow is already shining with the brilliant light of my promise. The silence that surrounds you now is not an empty void. It is a womb, a sacred space, where the new life I have promised is taking its first breaths. As you rest, I am weaving together the loose threads of your past year, the moments where you felt overlooked in that office meeting, the nights you sat at the kitchen table staring at numbers that didn't add up, and the quiet tears you shed when you thought your best efforts were simply not enough. I saw it all. I saw the way you held your tongue when you were misunderstood, and I saw the way you kept giving even when your own cup felt dry. This is the secret I want you to carry into the morning. I have recorded every act of faithfulness, and the harvest is no longer in the distance. It is at your very door. When you wake, do not look for the shadows of yesterday's failures. Look instead for the glimmers of my favor that I have scattered along your path like diamonds in the dust. You will find it in the unexpected kindness of a stranger, in a door that swings open without you even having to knock, and in a sudden clarity of mind that makes the complex problems of your work seem suddenly simple. I am rearranging the geography of your life. I am moving people who have been obstacles out of your way and bringing in those who will carry the heavy end of your burden. You have been carrying the weight of the world on shoulders I designed only to carry my grace. Let me take the weight now. In your tomorrow, you will find that the pressure which once felt like it would break you has actually been the very thing that formed the treasure within you. I am revealing a version of you that is unshakable. The secret of your tomorrow is that the no you received last month was my yes to something infinitely greater. I am preparing a table for you in the presence of every doubt that has ever whispered you weren't worthy. You will look at your reflection, and you won't see the exhaustion that has become so familiar. You will see the radiance of a soul that has been kissed by the dawn of a new era. I am working even in the mundane details, the car that needs repair, the difficult conversation with your child, the nagging ache in your body. I am breathing my life into those spaces. I am the God of the small things as much as the God of the galaxies. I am in your pantry, I am in your bank account, and I am in the very rhythm of your heartbeat. Your tomorrow is not a repeat of your yesterday because I have stripped away the old skin of your limitations. You are expanding. You are growing in ways that will allow you to hold the abundance I am pouring out. Do not fear the magnitude of the blessing, for I have been preparing your character to sustain what I am about to give to your hands. Think of the way a master gardener prepares the soil before the first seed is ever dropped. All the turning and the tilling that felt like a disruption was actually the highest form of love. I was making room for the roots of your joy to go deep, so that when the winds of the world blow, you will remain standing, firm and flourishing. Tomorrow, when you pour your first cup of coffee, breathe in the scent of possibility. Know that I have already gone before you to the office, to the store, and into the hearts of those you will encounter. I am softening the hearts of those who were cold toward you. I am highlighting your name in the minds of those who have the power to help you. This is not by your striving but by my spirit. The secret is that you no longer have to fight for a seat at the table. I have built the table for you. I am also healing the hidden places of your heart, the parts of you that have been afraid to hope because disappointment felt like a safer companion. I am breaking the covenant you made with sorrow. I am teaching you how to expect good things again. Can you feel the shift? It is subtle, like the first change in the wind before a season turns, but it is certain. You are moving from the season of not enough into the season of more than enough. This is my secret gift to you, a peace that does not depend on the news or the economy or the opinions of others. It is a peace that comes from the inside out. I am restoring the years the locusts have eaten, the time you lost to illness, the energy you spent on a relationship that didn't honor you, and the dreams you put on a shelf because you were too tired to carry them. I am dusting off those dreams. I am breathing my breath into them, and you will see them come to life in ways that will make you wonder why you ever doubted. Tomorrow is the beginning of a sequence of divine coincidences that will leave you breathless with gratitude. You will see my hand in the timing of every green light and every timely message. I am making your life a testimony of what happens when a soul dares to trust the unseen. Stay in this posture of rest. Do not let your mind race toward the what-ifs or the how-tos. I am the great I am, and I am already there, waiting for you in the morning light. The secret is that you are already victorious, you are already loved, and you are already home in me. We will walk through the hours together, and I will show you beauty in the places you least expect it. Your tomorrow is a masterpiece I have been painting while you slept, and the colors are more beautiful than any sunrise you have ever seen. Rest now, my beloved, for the light is coming, and it is bringing everything you have prayed for and more. When the first sliver of dawn touches your eyelids, I want you to notice the stillness. This is not the heavy silence of loneliness you have known before, but the weighted, expectant quiet of a gift about to be unwrapped. As you reach for your phone or the edge of the bedsheet, remember that I have already walked through every hour of your coming day. I have already cleared the path of the thorns that would have tripped you up, and I have planted subtle miracles in the most mundane places. You will see it in the way the steam rises from your morning coffee, a reminder that my grace is rising to meet you. You will feel it in the softening of your own shoulders, a physical release of the tension you have carried for a decade. I am whispering a new name over you, a name that means favored and unstoppable. Do you remember that specific conversation you had 3 years ago, the one that left you feeling small and misunderstood? I am rewriting the echoes of those words in your mind. I am replacing the sting of rejection with the solid gold of my approval. Tomorrow, you will walk into rooms you once felt unqualified to enter, and you will do so with a quiet confidence that will puzzle those who knew you in your season of hiding. There is a specific person I am bringing across your path, someone who carries a key to a door you thought was permanently locked. You won't have to scramble for the right words or perform for their attention. My spirit will handle the introduction. Watch for the random text message that arrives at 10:14 a.m. It is not random. It is a signal that the alignment has begun. I am touching the hearts of those who have forgotten your value, causing them to remember you with a sudden, unexplained kindness. The projects that have been stalled, the creative ideas that felt like dry bones, the finances that seemed to leak through your pockets, I am bringing a divine efficiency to them all. You will find that you are doing more in 2 hours than you used to do in 2 days, because you are no longer swimming against the current of my timing. You are floating in the river of my favor. I am also tending to the secret places of your body. Those areas where you have felt a dull ache, those cells that have been weary from the fight. I am sending my healing light to vibrate through your very DNA. You will feel a surge of energy that is not from caffeine or willpower, but from the source of life itself. Look at your reflection in the mirror tomorrow afternoon and do not look for the flaws. Look for the light in your eyes that I have reignited. I am removing the veil of someday and replacing it with the reality of now. You have spent so much of your life preparing for a storm that you have forgotten how to prepare for a harvest. I am teaching you how to widen your barns. I am teaching you how to expand your expectations. Do not be afraid of the height I am taking you to. My hand is beneath you, and my wings are above you. Even the mundane tasks, the grocery shopping, the emails, the laundry, will be infused with a sense of sacredness. You will find yourself humming a melody you haven't heard in years, a song of deliverance that your soul remembers from the foundations of the world. I am reconciling your past with your future, so that your present can be a place of pure joy. That debt that has been a weight on your chest, watch how I provide a way through where there seemed to be no way. That relationship that feels like a tangled knot. Watch how I bring a clarity that no therapist could provide in a lifetime. I am the God of the breakthrough, but I am also the God of the process. Tomorrow is not just about the destination. It is about the exquisite journey of realizing that you are never, ever alone. I am in the details of your budget, the rhythm of your breathing, and the secret desires of your heart that you haven't even dared to whisper to me yet. I know them all, and I am answering them with a resounding yes. Stay sensitive to the nudges of my spirit. If you feel led to take a different route home, take it. If you feel led to call an old friend, pick up the phone. These are the threads I am weaving to create the tapestry of your new beginning. You are moving out of the shadows of what could have been and into the sunlight of what is becoming. This secret I am telling you is not a promise for the distant future. It is the blueprint for your waking hours. I am shifting the atmosphere of your home, clearing out the lingering clouds of old grief, and replacing them with a fragrant peace that passes all understanding. You will find yourself laughing tomorrow, a deep, genuine laugh that surprises you. It is the sound of a spirit that is finally free. We are just getting started, my beloved. The layers of beauty I have prepared for you are deeper than the ocean and higher than the stars. Lean into me, for I am the anchor that holds and the wind that carries you forward. When you open your eyes tomorrow, the very first breath you draw will be infused with a new kind of grace, a weightlessness you haven't felt since you were a child. I want you to notice the light as it creeps across your floor. It is not just the sun, but the visible manifestation of my favor reaching into the corners of your life that have been dark for too long. This is the secret I am whispering into your spirit. The impassable walls you see today will be thin as paper by tomorrow afternoon. You have been looking at your obstacles through the lens of human history, but I am inviting you to look at them through the lens of my eternity. I am already standing in your tomorrow, clearing the brush, leveling the mountains, and preparing a seat for you at a table of abundance. You might think your strength is running low, but that is because you are still trying to carry the weight of the how. Drop it. Leave the how to me. Tomorrow, I will give you the what and the where, and you will find that the how has already been taken care of by my unseen hand. I am moving people you don't even know to act on your behalf. There is a conversation happening in a room you haven't entered yet, regarding a dream you thought was dead, and the outcome is being tilted in your direction because I have spoken your name there. Do not be surprised when an email appears that changes the trajectory of your week, or when a debt you've been worrying over finds a miraculous resolution. These are not coincidences. They are the fingerprints of my love. I am the architect of the suddenly. You have been in a season of gradually for so long that you've forgotten I can do in a moment what takes a decade for man to achieve. Tomorrow, I am accelerating the clock. I am compressing time so that the harvest of your previous tears comes all at once. Think of the person who has caused you the most sleepless nights. Tomorrow, I am placing a shield of such profound peace around your heart that their words will no longer have the power to sting. You will look at the situation and wonder why it ever made you tremble. That is because I am growing you taller than your problems. I am making your spirit robust and resilient. Watch for the random song that plays on the radio, or the specific phrase a stranger utters in the grocery line. I will use the mundane to speak the most profound truths to you. I am in the business of turning your ordinary moments into holy encounters. If you feel a sudden urge to pause and look at the sky, do it. In that moment of stillness, I will be recalibrating your nervous system, washing away the cortisol of stress and replacing it with the oil of joy. You have been running on empty, but tomorrow I am your replenishment. I am your overflowing cup. I am also working on the things you've stopped praying about because it hurt too much to hope. I haven't forgotten the desires that have gathered dust on the shelves of your heart. Tomorrow, I am blowing the dust off. I am stirring the embers. You are going to see a flicker of possibility in a place that looked like cold ash. Do not be afraid to hope again. Hope is not a liability. It is the currency of my kingdom. When you feel the familiar tug of anxiety about your finances or your health, I want you to place your hand over your heart and remember that I am the one who keeps it beating. If I can manage the orbits of the planets, I can certainly manage your bank account and your biology. Tomorrow is a day of alignment. I am aligning your desires with my will and your efforts with my timing. You will find that you are no longer swimming against the current, but being carried by a tide of providence. There is a specific door. You know the one that has stayed locked no matter how hard you turn the handle, that is going to creak open tomorrow. It won't require a key or a battering ram. It will open because it is simply time. And when you walk through it, you will realize that the delay wasn't a denial, but a preparation. I had to build up your character to match the magnitude of the blessing that lies on the other side. I am weaving a garment of praise for you to wear tomorrow, replacing the heavy cloak of heaviness that has bowed your shoulders. You will find yourself humming a melody you don't recognize, a song of the soul that I am composing in real time. This secret I am sharing is the bridge between your now and your next. It is the assurance that the story doesn't end in the valley. We are climbing, my beloved, and the view from the next ridge is going to take your breath away. Rest now. Sink deep into the mattress of my promises. The stars are my witnesses that I never slumber, and while you sleep, I am working. I am setting the stage. I am rehearsing the angels. I am making sure that when you step into your tomorrow, everything is ready for your arrival. You are the guest of honor in the day I have created, and I cannot wait to show you what I have hidden in plain sight, just for you. Even as your eyes grow heavy and the shadows stretch long across the floor of your bedroom, I want you to feel the weight of my hand upon your head. This is not a weight of burden, but a weight of glory, the kind of pressure that turns carbon into diamonds. You have often wondered in the secret places of your heart if the sacrifices you made when no one was watching were seen. I saw every tear that fell into the soil of your sacrifice. I heard the whispered yes you gave me when every part of your logic screamed no. Tomorrow, those seeds are not just sprouting. They are breaking through the surface with a strength that will defy the seasons. You see, the secret I'm unfolding is about more than just a change in your circumstances. It is about a change in your sight. I am giving you tomorrow eyes. You will look at the same old street, the same office desk, the same tired face in the mirror, and you will see my fingerprint on every surface. Do you remember that letter you wrote and never sent? The one where you poured out your grief over the path you thought was lost. I held that letter in my hands, and I have rewritten the ending. Tomorrow, a conversation you thought was dead will find new breath. It will start with a simple hello or a small gesture, perhaps a notification on your phone that you've been dreading. But as you engage, you will find my grace smoothing the jagged edges of the past. I know the math doesn't add up in your bank account, and the hours don't seem long enough for the tasks piled on your plate. But I am the God of the overflow. The secret of your tomorrow is that I am expanding time for you. You will move with a supernatural ease. Where others are rushing and frantic, you will be anchored. You will walk into that meeting or that kitchen or that hospital room, and people will wonder where you got that quiet strength. It is the strength of a soul that knows it is loved. I am rearranging the furniture of your life while you rest. That relationship that felt like a tangled knot. I am gently pulling the threads, untangling the resentment, and weaving in understanding. You won't have to defend yourself. I am your advocate. I am the one who speaks into the hearts of your critics when you are not in the room. Tomorrow, you will find favor in the eyes of people who didn't even notice you yesterday. It's not because you changed your clothes or your words, but because I have placed a mantle of light upon you. Let your heart settle. Feel the rhythm of your breath. Every inhale is my gift to you. Every exhale is your surrender to me. We are in a dance, you and I. For a long time you tried to lead, and your toes were bruised by the missteps. But now, you are learning to follow. You are learning that my lead is gentle and my yoke is easy. Tomorrow is a master class in this grace. You will encounter a moment, right around noon, when the sun is at its highest, where you will feel a sudden, inexplicable surge of joy. It will be for no reason at all, and yet it will be for every reason. It is the joy of the secret I am keeping for you, finally being revealed. You have felt like a desert for so long, cracked and thirsty, wondering if the rain would ever return. But I tell you, I have hidden springs beneath the sand. I am about to call them to the surface. Your tomorrow isn't just a new day, it's a new climate. The drought is breaking. Can you hear the sound of the abundance of rain? It's in the distance, but the clouds are already gathering in your favor. Stay here with me a little longer in this quiet space. Don't rush into the morning yet. Let the peace of this revelation soak into your bones. I am looking at the blueprints of your life, and I am making adjustments that will allow for more light to enter the rooms of your heart. There is a specific memory that has been haunting you, a mistake from years ago that you keep revisiting like a bruise. Tomorrow, I am going to heal that memory. I will show you how even that detour was part of the map. I am the master architect, and I do not waste a single brick, even the broken ones. You are being rebuilt, my child. Not into the person you were before the fire, but into someone far more resilient, far more beautiful. The secret of your tomorrow is that the fire didn't consume you, it refined you. And now, you are ready to shine. We are just getting started. There are layers to this day that you cannot yet fathom, and I am peeling them back one by one, just to see the look of wonder on your face. I have watched you struggle to find your voice in rooms where you felt small, but tomorrow, I am placing a new authority in your mouth. You will speak, and the words will not be yours alone. They will be seasoned with the salt of my wisdom. You will find that the people who once intimidated you are now seeking your counsel. This is not for your ego, but for my glory, to show the world what happens when a heart remains faithful in the shadows. Think of the small things, the mundane details that you often overlook. The way the steam rises from your coffee cup tomorrow morning, let that be a reminder of my presence rising to meet you. The way the wind brushes against your cheek, let it be my whisper telling you that I am moving on your behalf. I am in the rustle of the leaves and the rhythm of the traffic. I am the God of the big miracles and the God of the quiet moments. Tomorrow, these two worlds will collide. You will see a miracle in the midst of the mundane. It might be a bill paid by an anonymous source, or a health report that defies the doctor's expectations, or simply a deep, abiding sense of peace that you haven't felt in a decade. Whatever it is, know that I have been planning it since before you were born. You are not an afterthought. You are the focal point of my affection. As the world sleeps, I am weaving the final threads of this tomorrow. into a tapestry that will tell a story of redemption. You have been a protagonist who suffered much, but the third act is beginning, and the theme is restoration. I am restoring the years the locusts have eaten. I am restoring the joy that was stolen by grief. I am restoring the confidence that was eroded by betrayal. Look at your hands for a moment. They may feel tired, they may feel empty, but tomorrow they will be full. They will be full of the tasks I have prepared for you, tasks that will not drain you but will energize you, because you were created for them. I am opening your ears to hear the secret melodies of heaven. If you listen closely, even now, you can hear the faint sound of the celebration I am preparing. It is a party for your arrival into this new season. You have survived the winter, my beloved. The frost is melting, and the first buds of your destiny are beginning to show their color. Rest in this. Let every muscle relax. There is no need to plan your defense or plot your course. I am the way, and I am already standing in your tomorrow, beckoning you forward. The secret is that you are already victorious. You are just waiting for the sun to rise so you can see the field. Do you remember the night you sat by the window, the blue light of the moon catching the tears you thought no one saw? You felt like a ghost in your own home, a collection of echoes rather than a person of substance. I was there, sitting in the silence of that room, counting every drop that fell. Each one was a prayer you didn't have the strength to vocalize. I want you to know that those tears were not wasted, they were seeds. In the economy of my kingdom, nothing of yours is ever squandered. Every ounce of your sorrow has been gathered and distilled into the very grace that will sustain you in the morning. Think about the specific weight you've been carrying, the one that sits behind your ribcage like a heavy stone when you first wake up. Tomorrow, that stone will begin to turn into a fountain. You have spent so long bracing for the next blow, squinting your eyes against the expected disappointment, that you have forgotten how to simply receive. But the secret I am telling you is that the wind has shifted. The atmospheric pressure of your life is changing. I see the way you look at your calendar with a sense of dread, wondering how you will find the energy for the meetings, the conversations, and the chores that have become mountains. I am moving in the mundane details. Tomorrow, I am going to breathe on those dry bones. You will find that the person who frustrated you for years will suddenly speak a word of kindness that disarms you. You will find that the task which usually takes hours will be finished in minutes, as if an unseen hand were guiding your own. This is not because you have suddenly become more efficient, but because I am removing the friction that has been slowing you down. I am the oil in the gears of your day. I am the hidden wind at your back. Look closely at the faces of strangers tomorrow. I have planted messengers in your path. Some will carry a smile that reminds you of a childhood joy, and others will offer a small, seemingly insignificant gesture that will be the exact answer to a question you asked me 3 years ago and thought I had forgotten. I never forget. I have archives of your heart's desires that you yourself have archived in the attic of your soul. Tonight, I am rearranging the stars over your head. I am shifting the alignment of your circumstances so that what was once a barrier becomes a bridge. You've been looking at the wall in front of you for so long that you haven't noticed I've already installed a door. Tomorrow, you will reach out your hand and find the handle. It will turn with such ease you will wonder why you spent so much time trying to ram it down. This new season is not about your effort. It is about my ease. It is about the rhythm of grace that you are finally beginning to hear. You have lived in the staccato of survival for far too long, short, sharp breaths, frantic movements, the constant scanning for danger. I am moving you into the long, flowing melody of my peace. I am teaching you a new way to walk. You will walk through the fire and not be burned, not because you are fireproof, but because I am the dew upon your skin. I know about the dream you buried in the backyard of your heart because it hurt too much to look at. You covered it with the dirt of practicality, and realism. You told yourself that it was a childish thing, a foolish hope, but I have been watering that soil while you slept. The secret of your tomorrow is that what you thought was dead was merely dormant. The sprout is already breaking through the surface. It may not look like a forest yet, but the life inside that seed is indestructible because I put it there. You will feel a sudden, inexplicable urge tomorrow to revisit an old hobby, to call an old friend, or to write down a thought that seems to come from nowhere. Follow that urge. It is my whisper, guiding you toward the restoration of your true self, the version of you that hasn't been bruised by the world, the version of you that still knows how to laugh without a trace of cynicism. Rest your head now. I am the architect of the dawn, and I am building it specifically to suit your needs. I know the exact shade of light that will soothe your eyes. I know the exact temperature of the air that will make you feel alive. You are not just one of many. You are the one I would have done all of this for, even if you were the only soul in existence. The shadows are long now, but they are only shadows. They have no substance, no power to harm you. They are merely the place where the light hasn't reached yet, but the light is coming. It is traveling at the speed of my love, which is faster than any darkness you have ever known. Tomorrow, when you open your eyes, do not reach for your worries as if they were your morning coffee. Leave them on the bedside table. Walk into the kitchen of your life and see what I have prepared. There is a table set for you in the presence of your fears, and the fears are not invited to sit down. They are forced to watch while I honor you. They are forced to witness the moment you realize that you were never, for a single second, alone. The secret is that the victory isn't something you have to achieve. It is something you are about to inherit. Sleep, my precious child. The night is my cloak around you, and the morning is my kiss upon your brow. Listen even closer now, for the silence between my words is where the real work is being done. You think of tomorrow as a mountain you must climb with heavy boots, but I tell you, tomorrow is a river that will carry you if you only learn to float. I have seen you staring at the calendar, marking off days as if they were sentences in a prison of your own making. I have seen you counting the coins in your hand and the worries in your head, wondering if the math will ever favor you. Let me tell you a secret about those numbers. They do not exist in the ledger of my grace. In my economy, one moment of your trust outweighs a lifetime of your striving. Tomorrow, you will find a strange lightness in your step. It will not be because your problems have vanished, not all of them, not yet, but because I have adjusted the gravity of your soul. You will walk past the mirror, and for the first time in years, you will not look for a flaw to fix. Instead, you will see a glimmer of the light I placed there when the stars were first born. Do you remember that dream you tucked away in the back of the drawer? The one that felt too fragile for the harsh air of your current reality. I have been breathing upon it while you slept. It is not dead. It was only dormant, waiting for the season that I am bringing to your doorstep at sunrise. You will hear a song on the radio, or perhaps just the specific whistle of the wind through the screen door, and it will trigger a memory of a time when you felt safe. Hold on to that feeling, for it is not a memory of the past. It is a preview of your future. I am rearranging the furniture of your life. I am moving the heavy obstacles that you thought were permanent fixtures. That person whose judgment you fear. I am softening their heart, or better yet, I am hardening your resolve so that their opinion no longer tastes like poison. That debt that keeps you awake. I am opening a window of provision that you haven't even considered. It won't look like a miracle at first. It will look like a coincidence, a lucky break, a sudden shift in the wind. But you and I will know the truth. We will know it was my hand reaching through the veil to steady yours. I am the God of the small things as much as the great. I am in the steam rising from your tea, the quiet hum of the refrigerator in the middle of the night, and the way the shadows dance on your wall. I am the warmth in your socks and the strength in your spine. Tomorrow is not a repeat. It is a revolution of the heart. You have spent so long trying to be enough, enough of a parent, enough of a worker, enough of a friend. Stop. You are not a quota to be met. You are a poem I am writing, and tomorrow is the next stanza. It is a stanza of rest. It is a verse of unexpected joy. I am going to bring someone across your path tomorrow who will speak a word that feels like water in a desert. They won't know they are my messenger, but you will feel the resonance in your bones. Listen for the secret in their voice. Listen for the secret in the silence of the afternoon. I am hiding treasures in the mundane, waiting for you to stumble upon them and realize how much I adore you. Do not be afraid of the what-ifs that howl like wolves at the edge of your mind. I am the shepherd, and my staff is long enough to reach every dark corner where you hide. I am calling you out into the open, not to expose you, but to celebrate you. Tomorrow, you will find that the things that once broke your heart are starting to form a beautiful mosaic. The cracks are where the light gets in, and oh, how you are beginning to glow. I have recorded every sigh you uttered when you thought the room was empty. I have counted every tear that soaked your pillow, and I have turned them into the dew that will moisten the soil of your new beginning. You see the end of a chapter, but I am the author, and I am simply turning the page to a part of the story you haven't dared to imagine. There is a specific conversation waiting for you tomorrow, one that has been delayed for years because the timing wasn't right. The air will be clear, the words will be honest, and the heavy knot in your chest will finally begin to unspool. You don't have to prepare your defense. You don't have to sharpen your wit. Just show up with your heart open and I will fill it with the right frequency. This is the secret. You are being upgraded. Not your circumstances, not your bank account, not your physical strength, though those may follow, but your very essence is being tuned to a higher vibration of peace. You will find that you no longer fit into the small boxes of anxiety that used to define your day. You are outgrowing your skin of sorrow. Feel the texture of the blanket against your chin. That softness is my mercy. Feel the steady beat of your heart. That rhythm is my promise. I am the architect of your peace, and I am currently reinforcing the foundations of your joy so that when the world shakes, you will remain unshakable. There is a fragrance I am preparing for the morning air, a scent of rain-washed cedar and hope, that will remind you of a home you've never visited but have always belonged to. You are a citizen of my kingdom, and tomorrow you get to walk its streets even while your feet are on the pavement of your neighborhood. The secret of tomorrow is that I have already been there. I have walked every inch of the path you will take. I have cleared the thorns, I have paved the rough patches, and I have left little reminders of my presence in the most unlikely places. Look for the feather on the sidewalk. Look for the way the light hits the glass. Look for the stranger's smile. These are my love letters, written in the language of the physical world. You are so precious to me that I orchestrate the movement of the clouds just to give you the perfect shade at noon. Do not let your mind race toward the problems of next week or next year. They do not exist yet. Only this breath exists. Only this moment of being held by me is real. Tomorrow is a gift wrapped in the colors of the dawn, and you are the only one invited to open it. The secret is that you are already victorious, even before the battle begins, because the battle isn't yours to fight. I am your champion. I am your shield. I am your very great reward. So, let the tension drain from your shoulders. Let the furrows in your brow smooth out. I am singing a lullaby over you that the stars are humming along to. Can you hear it? It is the song of well done. It is the song of you are safe. It is the song of everything is changing for your good. Sleep now, and when you wake, don't look for the old you. That person stayed behind in the shadows. Tomorrow, you meet the one I always intended for you to be. This new version of you does not carry the weight of yesterday's failures like a heavy, waterlogged coat. When you step into the kitchen tomorrow morning, and the sun begins to peek through the blinds, casting long, golden fingers across the linoleum, know that I am there, standing by the counter, watching the steam rise from your mug. I see the way your hand trembles slightly as you think about the meeting at 10 o'clock, or that phone call you've been dreading since Sunday night. But here is the secret. I have already spoken to the hearts of those you will encounter. I have softened the edges of the sharp words that were meant for you. I have turned the tide of the conversation before you even opened your mouth. You see the obstacle, but I see the bridge. You see the deadline, but I see a season of orchestrated growth. Remember the oak tree in the park, the one with the gnarled roots that grip the earth so fiercely. It did not become strong by avoiding the wind. It became strong by leaning into me while the gale howled. Tomorrow, when the winds of life try to sway you, feel my hand on the small of your back. I am the stillness in your center. I am the quiet yes when the world screams no. I want to tell you about the lunch hour you think will be lonely. I have arranged a symphony of small wonders for that hour. A bird will land on a branch just a few feet from you, its song a melody I composed before the foundations of the earth were laid, just for your ears. A memory will surface, a fragment of a childhood joy, the smell of rain on hot asphalt, the taste of a summer fruit, and in that moment you will feel a warmth spread through your chest. That is me, reminding you that your story is not a tragedy, it is an epic of redemption. And those bills on the table, the ones that make your heart race. I am the provider who feeds the sparrows who neither sow nor reap. Do you truly think I would do less for you, my beloved? Look at your hands. I have numbered every line upon your palms. I know the work they have done and the rest they deserve. Tomorrow, those hands will find new strength. They will find the grace to let go of what they can no longer carry. You have been holding onto the broken pieces of a vessel that served its purpose for a season, but I am handing you a new cup, one that overflows. The secret of your tomorrow is that it is not a repetition of your yesterday. I am doing a new thing. Do you not perceive it? It is springing up like a hidden well in the desert. When you drive through the traffic, do not see the brake lights as delays. See them as my invitations to pause and breathe with me. Use those seconds to whisper my name, and I will fill the cabin of your car with a peace that defies logic. I am in the details of your commute, the timing of the lights, the song that plays on the radio right when you need to hear a certain lyric. I am the architect of your coincidences. I am the author of your lucky breaks. There's a person you will pass in the hallway, someone you usually ignore, who is carrying a burden that mirrors your own. I will give you a word for them, not a long sermon, but a simple "I see you." And in that exchange, a healing will begin in both of your souls that will ripple out into the next week and the week after. You are a vessel of my light, even when you feel like a flickering candle. Tomorrow, I am turning up the flame. I am removing the soot of discouragement from your glass. You will see clearly that the path is not a labyrinth designed to confuse you, but a straight line toward my heart. Do not worry about the words you will say when you are challenged. I will be the breath in your lungs and the wisdom on your tongue. The secret is that you are never, not for a single microsecond, performing for me. You are already loved. You are already accepted. The "well done" I sing over you is not for your achievements, but for your existence. You are my masterpiece, and tomorrow is the next brushstroke. I am painting with colors you haven't even seen yet, hues of resilience, shades of unshakable joy, and the vibrant light of a hope that does not disappoint. I want you to notice the way the air feels cooler in the evening, a promise that the heat of the day has passed. I am the cool of the day. I am the rest at the end of the journey. But before the rest, there is the dance. Tomorrow, I am inviting you to dance with me through the tasks that once felt like drudgery. Let the rhythm of my grace set the pace. If you stumble, I will catch you. If you tire, I will carry you. The secret is that tomorrow is already mine, and because you are mine, everything tomorrow holds is working for your benefit. Even the shadows are just proof that my light is shining nearby. So, lay down the blueprint you've been trying to draw for your life. Let me show you the grand design. It is much more beautiful than the one you imagined. It has rooms for laughter you haven't laughed yet, and gardens for dreams you haven't dared to dream. Tomorrow, we take the first step into that new wing of your soul. I'm holding the key, and the door is already unlocked. Can you feel the excitement in the air? The heavens are leaning in, watching with bated breath as you wake up to the truth of who you are. You are not a victim of circumstance. You are a child of the Most High, walking in the authority of my love. Every shadow that tried to claim you is fleeing, because the dawn is not just coming. The dawn is already within you. I have hidden treasures in the mundane moments of your Tuesday and your Wednesday. I have placed diamonds in the dust of your chores. The secret is that you don't have to search for them. You only have to be present enough to receive them. I am opening your eyes to see the extraordinary in the ordinary. I am tuning your ears to hear the celestial music in the midst of the noise. And when the sun finally sets on your tomorrow, you will look back and realize that not a single moment was wasted, not a single tear went unnoticed, and every step was guided by a love that would move mountains just to see you smile. This is the secret I whisper to you now, as the world grows quiet. Tomorrow is not a threat, it is an inheritance. It is the land I have promised you, and I am walking right beside you as you claim it. We are not finished yet, for there are depths of this grace you have only begun to splash in. Imagine the first breath you draw tomorrow morning, that quiet bridge between the world of dreams and the weight of your skin. Before you even reach for the phone on your nightstand, or think about the list of things you left undone today, I am already there, sitting on the edge of your bed, watching the light slowly reclaim the corners of your room. The secret of your tomorrow is that it begins with a radical rest you haven't yet permitted yourself to feel. You have been running for so long, even in your sleep, trying to outpace the shadows of yesterday's mistakes. But I have already gathered those shadows and turned them into the fertile soil from which your new morning will grow. When you step into your kitchen and the floor feels cold beneath your feet, remember that every square inch of your home is a cathedral where I am waiting to meet you. When the kettle begins to whistle or the coffee starts to drip, let that sound be a herald of the peace that surpasses all understanding. I have encoded a message for you in the steam rising from your cup. It is a whisper that says, "You are enough, exactly as you are, before you have produced a single thing." Tomorrow, at approximately 10 in the morning, when the rush of the world starts to pull at your sleeves and the emails begin to pile up like unscalable mountains, I want you to remember this. I am the architect of time, and I have stretched the minutes for you. You will find that the clock is no longer your master. You will look at your tasks and see not a burden, but a series of invitations to witness my grace. There is a specific person you will encounter, perhaps at the grocery store, or perhaps in the hallway of your office, someone whose eyes carry a heaviness you recognize. The secret I reveal to you is that you carry the light they need. You won't need a script or a sermon. Your simple presence, your peace, will be the cool water they've been thirsting for. I am putting a new song in your heart, not one with lyrics you have to memorize, but a melody of belonging that vibrates in your very bones. You have spent years trying to prove your worth, trying to earn your place at the table, but the table was built for you before the foundations of the world were laid. The secret of your Wednesday is that the doors that previously felt jammed or locked are beginning to yield. You won't have to kick them down. You won't have to shout to be heard. You will simply walk forward, and the hinges of destiny will swing wide because I have oiled them with my favor. Do you feel that slight ache in your shoulders? That tension you've carried since you were a child? Tomorrow, I am asking you to let me carry it. I am peeling back the layers of your self-protection, not to leave you vulnerable, but to show you that my love is a more reliable shield than your fear could ever be. You will find yourself laughing at something small, a bird's frantic bath in a puddle, the silly expression of a child, the way the light catches a dust mote, and in Kogu Enus moment, the heaviness will dissolve. This is the alchemy of my kingdom. I am taking the leaden weights of your anxiety and turning them into the gold of a deep, abiding joy. You might think you know what is coming. You might have your calendar marked and your plans set in stone, but I am the God of the holy detour. I have a surprise waiting for you in the mid-afternoon, a small miracle disguised as a coincidence. It might be a phone call from someone you haven't spoken to in years, or a sudden clarity about a problem that has kept you awake for months. When it happens, do not brush it off as luck. Lean into it. Recognize it as my hand reaching out to squeeze yours. We are building something beautiful together, a life that is not defined by what you do, but by whose you are. You are a masterpiece in progress, and tomorrow is the day I add the vibrant colors of hope to the canvas. You have been living in grayscale for too long, fearing that too much color would make you a target for disappointment. But I am your high tower, your safe place, and in me, you can afford to be bold. You can afford to be soft. You can afford to be exactly who I created you to be without apology. So, as you close your eyes tonight, let the rhythm of your heart remind you that you are loved beyond measure. The secret is that tomorrow is not a repeat of today. It is not a cycle of the same old worries. It is a fresh page, a clean slate, and I am holding the pen. We are writing a story of redemption, a story of a heart that learned to trust the invisible hands that hold the universe. Sleep now, my beloved, for I am already standing in your tomorrow, making the path straight and the rough places smooth. I am whispering to the winds to be still for you, and I am commanding the sun to rise with healing in its wings just for you. We have so much more to see, so many more rooms in this wing of your soul to explore, and I am honored to be the one walking beside you. This journey of grace is only beginning, and the best parts, the parts where you finally see yourself through my eyes, are just over the horizon.